Hi, this is Weekly Reflections, and I'm Nancy Joy. This is a line that came from the movie Titanic, way back in the 90s, one of my favorite movies. And it's where the rescue boats finally come upon the ship, and there's all these people floating frozen in the water because the water was really cold, zipped up in their life vests. And the rescuer says this line, "Look, they're all zipped securely in their life jackets, floating dead in the water. There must be hundreds." That was really poignant for me because if you remember the story, there was one there that was not dead, floating zipped up in her life jacket, and that was the lead character in the story, and she was floating on a door, very much still alive. And she was the one in the story who defied tradition, defied what society expected of her, jumped into her passion, lived the moment in all its glory, and in the end, that moment of passion and glory carried her through the rest of her life in a beautiful way. And if you can recall the story, it was a poignant metaphor and a great example of what we're freeing ourselves from now. And it seems to be a theme. You can have all the security you want out there in that world as it exists of, insurance and bank accounts and all your safety nets. Not saying they're bad, but I'm saying, do you allow them to limit how you live your life with passion and verve and just embracing things? I travel all around to the different sacred sites in the world with different groups of people. And it never ceases to amaze me that I run into travelers every now and again who are really obsessing on whether their luggage is going to be stolen, do they have the right pills of their prescriptions, are they going to miss the ferry, are they going to get there for their flight home. They start thinking sometimes about their flight home a day or two after they arrive. I've seen it, and it just astounds me. And I do say to them, I say, do you know, you were so guided to come on this trip. There's so much adventure and so many wonderful things that can unfold for you here if you stay in the moment. You spent a lot of money to come on this trip. It's one of the places most visited in the world in the case of the pyramids or whatever. If we're up in the Andes, if we're swimming with the dolphins or over in Glastonbury or Stonehenge. It's the spectacular moment that you have, that you decided to take that leap, and yet you're letting so many of the little things of the life that you're really moving away from to have this experience travel along with you. So that's an incredible metaphor right now as we are shifting through so many new things. How many what ifs and worries and concerns are you going to let dumb down all the experiences you have the opportunity now to create and expand with? And every time you're thinking of those worries, every time you're concerned where your luggage is, every time you're wondering if your safety vest is zipped up high enough, you are creating exactly what you don't want to create, because you attract what you're thinking about. And if you're worried and concerned and what if and feeling scared, you're going to attract situations to put that in motion because that's what you're thinking about. It's simplistic, really. So going back, just taking a trip back in time to that old part in the movie Titanic that moved me so much, and just impulsed to share it with you this morning, this reflections as we are really tiptoeing through the tulips. How much of it is going to be free floating, and how many times are we going to get caught on the worries and the security issues? So you gotta chop wood, carry water, but don't let those things freeze you up. Have a great week, and we'll see you again next week. Bye.